A new day dawns here in beautiful Green Bay, Wisconsin. Birds are singing, well, any birds that are still around, and the sun is shining somewhere behind the clouds. And of course, we have a brand new layer of snow on the ground. Of course, that also brings snow shoveling, snow blowing, and the need to wear very big puffy jackets that make you look like you eat at McDonald's way too much. So what does this have to do with today's episode? Absolutely nothing. I just wanted those of you who live in the nice warm climates to realize that while you're sitting there on your beach, in your lawn chairs, sipping on your pina coladas, the ice that's in your drink is actually on the ground where I live. No, also in my drink, because pina coladas are yummy. Anyways, let's get started with the show. I, of course, am your host, Tony Reale, and in today's episode of Next Wave TV, we're going to go over inexpensive camera equipment. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to be going over basic consumer equipment here. If you're looking to go more professional grade, there's a lot of great resources you can check out online. But today we're actually going to be just talking about basic things to get yourself kind of going and off your feet. Obviously, when doing filmmaking, the most important choice is your camera, what you're going to go with. And when you're first starting off, this can be a very difficult decision because you're not quite sure how much you're willing to invest in it. You don't want to spend too much money, and if it's not going to be something you do in the long run. And sometimes you just got that urge to get yourself going, and you just want something to get started with. I was kind of the same way when I first started my filming, and I just wanted to get a camera, and but I didn't want to get anything really low quality. So what I did is I basically looked around on eBay for some cameras that were basically damaged or were missing items, and I did some research to make sure it would be a good camera, and I came out with a couple of successful items. Here, I'll show you this. This is a JVC camera that I picked up. It's got a broken LCD screen here, but the viewfinder still works fine. And we actually used this camera to film first episode of Best of the Best in our series on YouTube, and it worked great. But this isn't always a successful venture. This Samsung camera that we have right here, it works great for well-lit areas, but if you do anything indoors where you have low lighting or night scenes, this is just not going to be satisfactory because it doesn't have a good night lens. So make sure when you're looking for camcorders, do some good research. There's a lot of good reviews out there that you can check out, and make sure you're going to find one that's going to meet your needs. But that JVC that I purchased, I got it for $35 on eBay. That Samsung I got for $25 because they had the LCD screens didn't work. And that's a great opportunity for you. Now if you're wanting to, you want a camera that is going to be fully functional, camcorder that I use right now is a Sony HDR HC3. It is high def, but it's not professional grade by any means. And that one I purchased on eBay. I spent around $500 for it when it was still retailing for over $1,000, and it's a great camera. I'm very happy. It does basically everything that I needed to do. Now, if you want to go professional grade, but you still don't want to spend all that money on it, Sony just recently came out with the HVR HD 1000, and basically that's a professional grade camera that has the professional grade lens, but none of the bells and whistles. It doesn't have any XLR inputs. It doesn't have any of the added features that you would see in the $3,000–4,000 camcorders, but it still produces a very good image. And this one runs around $1,600 US. And so for a lot less, you can still get started with professional grade. All right, so that's it for cameras. There's lots of research that you can do online to find the right one for you, but eBay is a great place to check out to go low cost. Now, once you get a good camera, sound is also very important. Getting a good mic can be just as vital as getting a good camera. If you just want to get started, there are shotgun mics that you can pick up on eBay for anywhere from $35 on up, and they will produce much better sound than the sound that the microphone that's built into your camera. If you want to go a little better than that, you can pick up the mic that I use. It's a Rode mic, video mic, and that one's around $150, but has a built-in built-in stabilizer and produces great sound. These boom, you can use them on a boom arm if you want to, but be careful because most of them use only the 3.5mm jack, And if you want to get any extension with it, you really want to stay around 10 feet or less, because anything longer than that, you'll get interference and hum can come over the line. So make sure that even any extension cables you get are shielded. So that's it for sound. Also, when doing your scenes, you want to make sure that your scenes are well lit. If you're just working with just one light in the room, that can cause it to look like it's basically a homemade video. You want a room to be evenly lit. Pretty much any photographer can tell you that. And great thing to invest in, I have these studio lights that I picked up on eBay. Also, big eBay fan, obviously. These, I picked up 2 of them for $50, and they're nice because they're extendable. You can actually get, I think it's up to 7 feet with this one. And they produce a nice, soft, even light. If you're not wanting to spend that much money necessarily, you can go to Walmart or any department store and get some clamp lights. The light's going to be a little harder with those, and so you may need to go a little farther back, or maybe put up a white sheet so that it reduces some of the harshness of the light. But as you can see here, we're actually using one of the lights while we're filming right now. So it's a very good light. You can pretty much move them anywhere, get plenty of light with them, and just as well for pretty much all the scenes. And last thing I'll mention too, if you do decide to get a camera and you decide to get one that is got a broken LCD screen like this one here, one thing you might want to look at is getting a external monitor for it. Now you can get an LCD one, or you can get a TV monitor. LCDs are a little more expensive, but they're a lot more portable than a TV monitor. But one route that you can go, that I talked about in my crane video, is you can use an old PlayStation 1 here and plug this into the video output of your monitor or of your camcorder and use this as a monitor. And these usually, if you don't have one already, you can pick up on eBay for maybe around $40 or $50. If you want some more info on that, feel free to check out my crane video. I actually go over that in depth. So that's pretty much it for just getting yourself off the ground. If you, like I said, if you want to go more professional grade, or if you're looking for more tips, there's a lot of great resources online. You can check those out. But that's it for today's episode. If you have any suggestions or any questions, feel free to give me an email at nwtv@nextwavegraphics.net. And we will be having future episodes. I'm hoping to come out pretty much every other week at this rate. So we'll see how that goes, but feel free to give me any suggestions you have. Future episodes, we're going to be going over some more tutorials and probably some interviews. So check back in and stay tuned.